you. All right, wait, it'll come on. Okay. All right. Here we are. This is like the bomb. Okay. After all this crap, welcome. Let's build the audience now because people were probably here at 5 o'clock, but that's okay. Technical shit happens to everyone. Trust me. When I first started live streaming, I could tell you this story really quickly. I didn't know anything. So I would sit, and this was like just last year, I would go and sit outside on my back porch, right? So my husband wouldn't bother me because damn TV. And I didn't realize, but I was like this. Like my head was cut off half the time. And I'm blabbing away and people were like, hey, who is this? You know, because I was started all this, on Real Progressive. So it was pretty funny. Oh, okay. People are joining. Okay. I am so happy now to have our guest, J.Rhone Torgensen. Peace, baby. And
hey, burn one.
This is really exciting because you're all the way out in Oregon, which is actually, I just have to say one really interesting thing. This week, I'm talking to you, you're from Oregon. I have a new team member, Splatterhead Jones, who's from Oregon. I met another girl I talked to on the phone, Sarah Frias, from Oregon. I said to my husband, maybe we're supposed to be moving to Oregon.
Hey,
my brother lives in Eugene, and he's been there for like 37 years. You know, his whole family's there. My niece, my everybody's there. So, I mean, if I ever was going to go somewhere, it'd probably be Oregon. But
we have a running joke in Oregon. We have a running joke like, it's not nice here. Go away. Don't move here. Don't move here. We don't like it.
See,
we don't like it.
We already have somebody on. Kim saying, Jay, be my newest friend. You're not far from me. Yeah, she's in Washington. She's one of our, she's one of my really besties online. Like, she's cool. So, and we've got politics and stuff watching. And
hey,
this is cool. Cindy, of course, Cindy's on my team. I love my Cindy. And so Cindy says, hi. Okay, well, I thought, oh, wow, look at this. Boise, Boise. Oh, my God. Bo, you're from Boise and via Ashland. Okay, that's really cool. Hi, Bo. Well, I think we're going to get a pretty good crowd, and I think we should start. And first, I'd like to hear about you and how did you find Environmental Coffee House? And then we're going to talk about hemp because both of us like hemp in one way, but I'm obviously not wearing the hemp that we like in that one way. So we're going to talk about hemp that we can grow and sell as material and all that. And that's where you come in because I know you're interested in it and you've been studying it. So take it away, Jay.
Well, yeah, like I said, I've been interested in it for a while, but a lot of people don't know until 1820s the major crop in the United States was hemp, and 80% of all textiles and clothing and any fabrics was made from hemp. A lot of people don't know that. Even as a matter of fact, this shirt that I'm wearing right now from Skunk Tees is 100%
hemp. Yes,
this shirt is hemp, and it feels great, and it's more breathable than cotton. It's softer, lighter than cotton, stronger than cotton. Also, hemp can make oils, plastics. It's biodegradable. It rejuvenates soils that from crops that destroy the soils.
Yeah.
Hemp is great. They just keep it from us. There's only 9,000 acres that is legal to grow hemp in the whole entire United States.
Really?
What are you gonna do with that? That's
well, actually, South Carolina, I think we posted something on our page the other day, South Carolina, a little video, and South Carolina has made it legal to grow. So they, in South Carolina, are more progressive than we are in New York, which, you wouldn't think so. And my husband and I want to grow hemp, and we have land, but to do that around here, we have to go through like the university. You have to have a partnership. And then to grow, let's say we grew 2 acres of it. I was hearing, we need to have, like cooperative with people. So all of us could put together our crops and sell it because it has to be processed overseas, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's asinine. We send our shit over, get it processed, and then export it back. It's stupid. Export it and then import it back when we can do it all here and make billions. If we just legalize it. It was criminalized by the Marijuana Act of 1937. It was stupid. And the reason why
that was prohibition. Yeah.
Prohibition was for because they knew it was going to be one of the biggest crops in this nation, so they put a stop to it. What was it? Henry Kissinger? No, that's not Kissinger.
No, it was way before that.
Wrong era.
It was the wrong era, but no, that's okay. It was because it was the booze business, tobacco and alcohol. They would rather have had, back then without the research.
Paper as well.
Paper. That's right. That's right.
One of the biggest industries that people don't think about is craft. Not craft cheese and craft products. Craft paper. The guy that owns the Patriots and the Patriots Stadium. Kraft.
Wow.
That guy owns most of the paper in the country that you wipe your ass with and write on.
Really?
Yeah. Think about it. How often do you use paper every day? Every office uses paper. Every book is made with paper. Everyone wipes every day with paper. So just think about if we just replace what we wipe our butts with every day with hemp, because hemp produces 4 times the amount of pulp per acre than trees, then we could reduce the amount of the carbon footprint that we're leaving.
And we have to fight for this.
Hemp is better, and
we have to fight.
The soil.
Yeah, but the fight is ridiculous, and we are, the clock is ticking on the planet, and we don't. It's not like we have all this time to fuck around. I mean, I'd say if these states would just stop being so paranoid, and and stop cutting down the trees, the same businesses that do this, that cut down the trees, they could actually they could get into hemp, and it wouldn't be so frightening, would it? No.
Well, it's a federal prohibition too. This is federally illegal. So even the states like Oregon that make it legal, if they really wanted to, if they made too much money, they could interfere and just cut it down. They don't want people to get too big. They don't want too much money.
No.
If this was federally funded, if we federally funded hemp, oh my God, we would be raking in the money. Think about it.
Really?
China's making the money right now because we're giving it to them. And then we're exporting it back.
It doesn't make sense.
It all here. Yeah. Not only that, we can make plastics out of it, oil out of it. Literally, what we're fighting in other countries for, we can make here.
And Roger's right. The plant is amazing.
Yeah.
We see Roger. He's my partner, and he's
medical
right.
As well, it's medical.
Well, yeah.
And they don't think they're saying that it's not medicinal. Because a lot of people don't know that hemp is different than marijuana. It's the same. It's like it's a cousin. They're both sativas, but one you would have to smoke like a whole fucking tree in order to get high off of. It has CBD in it. It has THCAs in it that you ingest. It has medical compounds that they're afraid of for big pharma. That it's going to take money away and heal the nation. That they're scared, and they do not want people to know this shit. They want you to think it's just the stoners, dumbass stoners that want to get high off of this shit. No, hemp is not going to get you high in that way that you think. It has psychoactive.
But you see, someone like Jeff Sessions,
doubling down,
moron mentality. I mean, that's what we're up against. Ugh.
If you put someone away, like. Prison's for bad people. You shouldn't be putting away people that want to get happy off of a plant. That's natural.
No kidding.
I'm really sorry. They're not criminals. He is. Jeff Sessions is a criminal. He's doubling down on something that's proven to help people and not cause criminals. The only reason hemp makes criminals is because they've criminalized it. And that's fucking fact.
Absolutely. And why are they criminalizing things? Because petty crimes fill the jails, and the jails are privatized, and people make money. And then it also is very discriminatory on minorities. And it's a whole big fucking vicious, disgusting circle. Sorry.
Yep.
I don't usually,
no, you're right.
I'm pretty cool on my live streams. I don't always curse and everything. But it makes you, yeah. Did you get so, emotional about it? My God.
The first crop grown in the United States was hemp. A lot of people don't know that.
What is Sherilyn? Hi, Sherilyn. Sherilyn saying, Kim, Tacoma still smells. I don't know why, but at certain times when I drive through, it's enough to make a maggot gag. Is that the paper? And Corey says, where is the money going to be made if people can grow their own medicine? Well, it depends. People cannot process weed like to make it into certain things. I mean, if you go, if you think,
refined.
Right. Like I can't grow weed in my backyard that is going to be, I can't make it into a lollipop. I can't make it into a gummy.
That's one of the biggest arguments, Sandy, is that you and I can't change the world. What's hemp going to do? It's just a stoner little fucking dream or whatever. But the thing is, if we subsidize hemp production and these little farms or industrial farms around the country, the way that we do big oil, millions of dollars a second.
Yeah.
If we gave that much money
My
to not
God.
only hemp, because hemp isn't the only thing. It's just one piece of the whole entire puzzle. There's biofuels, there's solar energy, there's hydro, which is kind of bad for the environment. Solar energy, there's biofuels, there's hemp.
Yep.
We can change the world by changing our minds and the way we think.
We actually have a guy that has written to us, and we publish his stuff. He has a biofuel plant. Not hemp, but I mean,
Yes.
he has biofuel. Yeah. And we publish pretty much everything under the environmental umbrella. We do. From the doomsday people. Yeah. From the doomsday people to the climate deniers.
I don't watch
God.
it every day, which I feel bad about, but
It's okay. I'm not on every day.
Oh.
I'm not on every day. And what we do is we do content aggregation. And what we do is we come on and we do it for you. So if you're busy working and you want your environmental news, you come to Environmental Coffee House because I've done it, or Roger's done it, or Cindy's done it. And they're verifiable sources. And we're hoping that you learn from us first. That's all. Because people are busy. And I understand that. And there are others too, like Claudia. I mean, she's doing a lot of the agricultural things. And by the way, I thought it was really cool when you read her book. Did you know we're friends? And when she did that book tour, she came down and I did
not know that until you did. Yeah.
Yeah, I set up her book tour the first 2 nights and she stayed with us. We put her up in our
Isn't she awesome?
camp.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
She's just like a ray of sunshine in the fucking morning. I don't know. It's just cool.
Yeah, it is cool, but so are you. There's a lot of us out here. There's a lot of us with voices, and your voice is pretty interesting. I've been watching you for longer than you knew. I don't always comment, but I thought...
sometimes you're talking to your phone and you don't really understand that people are listening, It's like... I don't know. Sometimes I feel crazy just talking to my phone sometimes, but when I get the feedback and the stories from other people that they care and that they admire me speaking out, it makes me want to do it more. So I get where you're coming from. Yeah. But when I first started, I was like, is anyone listening? Oh,
yeah, there were people listening. That's why you're here with us. Now, see, Roger say we also go to fun events. Yeah, because we do. We cover. I went to the Climate March in D.C., and I've done lots of things, and he's done, but we do investigative journalism, too, on here. He uncovered the toxic landfill in Palenville in Greene County, New York, and with Stella Martin. And there's a lot of stuff going on. I've got things cooking, too. I'm doing some investigations.
One of my favorite things to do is load a bowl, get some coffee, and binge watch some Environmental Coffee House.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right. I'll believe that, but listen, there's so much competition out there. There's so many wonderful citizens journalists, and I was talking about that with Chelsea, if you saw her earlier. All the citizens journalism is just amazing. Amazing. Let's see, Corey has a question. What do you think of what? What do you think of can't read that, Corey. I don't know what that means. Let's see, what does William say? I did good for about 30 years and had a stovetop glass still for tincture. Oh, for tincture and oil. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Well, everybody does what they do. I am a big proponent of medical marijuana, but They just actually opened a clinic near me, and not near me, 2 hours, but I have to apply. So I haven't applied yet. What's Oregon like? Tell me about the laws there.
Well, if you're recreational, as long as you're 21 years of age, you come into a recreational shop, you can buy anything in the shop, marijuana. Just like alcohol. Actually, it falls under alcohol licensing, the Oregon liquor license corporate.
Really?
Yeah.
Boy, no wonder why my brother lives there. No, he's been there a long time. You can also
have a medical card, but it's under a different program, and it's tax-free on that one. So
coffee and cannabis. Roger says coffee and cannabis. Yeah. Oh boy, are we a bunch of stoners or what? I probably should have shared this to the Proud Stoners page. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The only problem is with me, and I'm going to say I hate it. I don't like the munchies. I'm always battling with weight. And I smoke certain weed, and I get the munchies. Now, medical, it won't happen with that when I get into the medical, right?
Well, no, there's a difference. You know, like back in the day, everyone's like, "What kind of weed you got?" You're like, "I got this. Do you want it?" They're like, "What do you got? What do you got?" "I got this shit right here. I got this shit right here. Do you want it?" They could have made up the name before they got there, but now you can look up on Leafly. You go to Weed Maps. You can look up strains online because the internet's available now. But everyone in our shop, one of our shops at the Healing Green, our statement is educate, medicate, recreate. So we
really?
When people are coming in to medicate,
I'm living in the wrong state. All right.
Well, some people are like, "I just want to get fucked up," and you're like, "Okay, I got this for you. What kind of high do you want to get?" And they're like, "Oh, well, I want to go get fucked up and go watch a movie out in the," and you're like, "At the house or at the movie theater? Are you going to do anything afterwards, or you just want to sit on the couch and eat munchies, play video games? What do you want to do?"
Not me.
No. So there's a different kind of high. So there's indica and there's sativas, there's hybrids, and also there's recipes for ailments. If you have like
Victoria,
and some people have gout, some people have like what is it called? Crohn's.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have a friend with that. It's horrible.
PTSD. Everything. People come in there, and we have regulars. We have people that don't want to talk about. They'll say their friend has a problem or something, but we generally try to educate everyone on what kind of product they're getting. Yeah. And we like feedback so that they don't get deterred from using it again. Because if you get munchies all the time and that's all you want to
I don't
food and you get fat and that's what you associate weed with.
I have been there. I think I associate weed with that, trying to get this weight on me.
Yeah, a lot of times people, when they have an edible, they'll get really, really tired and knock out, right? But now
for cancer patients, that's good.
Have sativas in them or indicas in them, so you can actually medicate yourself. They're really fine-tuning everything, and they're putting, for like sleepy time ones, they'll make an indica with some melatonin in it. You know what I mean? And for daytime use, they'll make some sativas with some caffeine in it. It's like a shot of espresso with a little bit of THC.
I don't know any of this. I am so behind the times. Oh my God. No, this is why you're here, because we've got to learn, right?
The THC is the psychoactive ingredient in the cannabinoids of weed. Also, CBD is the one that suppresses appetite and also helps with pain. So I have a lot of pain, and the Army gave me almost like 30 fucking pills. Like, literally, they're just like, "Here, try this. Here, try this. Here, try this." Like, I can show you the list, but
I've been there.
I never smoked weed. Never smoked weed because I thought it was like taboo. My dad, gays are bad. I'm gay, but but I'm from a really, really small redneck town. Sorry. But
no, we're human. We're human.
We're all more alike than you know. And one of the things that we're more alike is we don't know much about weed because we've been told lies. Yeah, and when you educate yourself on marijuana, you know that it can help and it can reduce your pills, because I'm pill-free.
I can't say that. Pill-free? Zero. Well, I'll tell you what. Marijuana. I wish that I have told people I had to retire medically. I've had 3 back surgeries. My neck is all herniated. And I can't say.
That's different.
I can't say it.
You gotta take pills.
I can't say that I'm pill free. I take something that in the morning, and I don't mind telling people, and it lasts for 12 hours, but it doesn't really last for 12 hours. And I am probably truthfully, I'm an amazing person that way, that I do everything I do. And I feel you have no idea, but I have friends that help me with things.
A veteran, sorry to butt in on there.
Perfectly fine. This is your interview.
OHSU, right next to the VA. He had really back pain, really, really, really bad back pain. He was a Purple Heart from World War II, and he's really old. He's like 90 something. This guy could barely stand up and walk. He got a little computer chip implanted in his vertebrae that bypassed the pain in his mind.
What? I've never heard of that.
Now. He can walk now. He can lift things. The pain's still there, and his body tells him he knows his limits. He still has to have, checks and stuff like that. But he can walk around, and the pain is gone because they bypassed the pain with the computer chip. Science. Boy,
jeez. Nobody tells me any of this stuff. I'm just miserable.
Brand new. It's like I said, Portland, VA is one of the best. It's connected to OHSU, I think it's called. Yeah. Huge.
So I probably should go to pain management, which I don't because I gave up on pain management because really what they did was piss me off. And then they always want to test you for marijuana, which was bullshit because that was what was helping me at one time, more. Okay.
One thing that doesn't pop is hemp CBD. CBD does not pop up on any drug tests.
Everybody tells me
pain. It helps specifically with pain and cancer patients and burn patients. Just medical. You can use it in the hospitals. They give it to patients in the hospitals. It's medical and states that but it gets rid of pain and helps with pain and nausea and stuff like that.
I don't have any idea what it feels like for the last 13 to 14 years of my life to be out of pain.
If you came to Oregon, oh my God, one of the people that works at my store, I can't do a shout out on her, but she had a hip replacement, always in pain. She started smoking marijuana. She's a mom. She's against it all the time, she's not pain free, but she can do things now. She can walk around. She can bike around.
That's awesome.
I'm telling you, you're in the wrong damn state. You need help.
Shit. Well, I guess I'm going to
Hemp can help with this. Hemp can help with this because hemp is medical, and it's one of the reasons why they stop you from having it. That's why it's there. Money
Victoria.
Money is in it.
My friends is Victoria's like same here. She knows, and a lot of people know. I mean, back problems I think are one of the worst things in this goddamn country. I don't know. Let's see. Roger says New York is behind. Well, we are. I mean, I have to apply for this clinic, and then I got to go through an acceptance process, and God knows what they're going to do when I get there. I don't know though. I would pass the drug test because I haven't been smoking weed because I want to lose weight, and it just seems like I am one of those people that just.
Hey, the Declaration of Independence, right?
I what?
You know that Declaration of Independence, that little piece of paper has been around for a little while?
Yes. Yeah.
Anybody wonder why it's still around?
Well, you going to answer that?
It's made from hemp.
It's made from hemp. That's pretty cool.
Our Declaration of Independence was written on hemp. It's American not to grow hemp. Our oldest known crop in the world, 5,000 years, is hemp.
So it's American to grow hemp. We should be growing hemp.
Yeah.
All over.
Our forefathers
I want to
grow hemp.
I have those stupid acres.
Benjamin Franklin's first press in this country was in, 1700s. His first mill made books on hemp.
Yeah.
Benjamin Franklin.
So it's really,
the War of 1812 was over hemp.
Comments. I guess what everybody is pretty excited on this one because it's really it's like I love these women. Who said that? I love these women. Aw, Tanisha, what a doll. let's see, what did she say? Aw. I love all these people that are on this one. You know what?
Yes.
But I didn't know so many people would get so excited over this because we haven't talked about hemp yet, although we've published all this stuff about hemp. You know, we haven't talked about weed. I mean, but marijuana it's environmental. I started smoking at 14. I've never stopped. But well, I mean, yeah.
Think about it this way, Sandy. If you never had, you like chocolate?
Yes.
Think about it this way. If you never had chocolate, never heard of chocolate, never seen chocolate, never ate chocolate,
right?
Would you give a shit about chocolate?
No, you're right.
You've been lied to all your life. All these benefits that we have of hemp that we don't know about because people. I know you don't get political, but politicians are paid off.
Well, no, I get political, but I just only get political when it comes to the environment and what the administration is doing, EPA and all that. I don't want to go.
Well, they're paying off our politicians to.
Well, we know that
Corporations screw us over.
Then they all do it. They all do it.
Thousands of products. Everything in your house can be made from hemp, and stronger, better, and fucking degradable.
Yeah, you're right. So what are we going to do then?
Out of hemp that biodegrade in less than a year versus.
So then, what do we do? We get up and what do we do? We protest. I mean, New York is the governor's taking baby steps. I mean, what do we do? Go to the Capitol and say, look, we want this now. We're a farmer. I mean, we have land. We wanted it this year, but we couldn't do it.
No, you look at your children. You look at your family members that are in pain. You look at people that are having seizures. You look at people that are having PTSD. You look at people that are having cancer. You look at people that are sick in this country. This whole fucking nation's sick. You look at people you care about and you ask yourself,
why are we? Mm-hmm.
Is it worth it to stand up and tell people the truth? That's the bottom line. Yeah. Do I stand up and do the right thing and tell people, no, you've been lied to, this is the truth? Or do you just keep on going along with it like everybody else has had because why not? You know,
you're right.
The path of least resistance usually is the way that people go. But when you get an emotional connection, and that's what you have to do. You have to have an emotional connection to actually give a shit and fight for something you believe in. Otherwise, you're just fucking riding the train. And I don't like the little trains no. I don't do that.
Laurie says truth is not allowed in this country. I don't think I've taken the personally the path of least resistance totally, but I conformed. I mean, I worked in HR, I was a director and all, but we didn't get drug tested or anything. And I was the director. I didn't want drug testing. It was ridiculous. What for? Half the professors would fucking fail anyway.
I'm not saying make a sign and go outside and stand on it or something. I'm saying when someone says something about weed, don't let it just slide away.
Right.
Stand up and be like, that's not right. This is what it is. This is the truth about hemp. And this is marijuana. They're not just stoners. They have pain. They have problems and they're fucking pill free and they're on a plant that you've been lied to about your whole damn life. So get it straight. That's what it takes. That's exactly what it takes for anything, any kind of movement. When you know it's right, you do it. That's what you do when something's right. That's it.
Yeah. I know that's right. I know it's right.
To get him.
Well, and I've been talking about it with people in my group, and they in my local environmental group. And I talked to somebody that also called me back in New York, and she told me we were too late to get some kind of permit and all this other bullshit. But I have hope. I take the hopium. That's what the near-term human extinction people call it, hopium. So we take hopium. All right, let's see what's everybody saying. Yeah, I mean, that's what they say because, I mean, they're saying, we're ruining the earth exponentially, which we are. And I don't want to get into I'm not going to get into that right now because I could go into a whole freaking thing. Let's see
carbon cycle, right? The trees are like the lungs of the world, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, hemp breathes in more carbon dioxide than trees. 4 times as much. And it produces 4 times as much pulp per acre.
So what is our problem? Then I guess we're really on the wrong channel, huh?
People need to speak up to their politicians and tell them that we want hemp in our state because we know you're lying to us. We know that you have deals with big corporations that keep us down.
Then we gotta support politicians that are hemp positive. We call it hemp positive. Yes. Yeah. And then we ask them, are you hemp positive? Because if you're not hemp positive, we're not going to vote for you, and we're not going to donate, and we're not going to work for you. That's basically it.
Well, the prohibition also is putting people in jail that shouldn't be. Marijuana isn't hurting anyone, and the only time it ever hurts anyone is because they criminalized it. If it was decriminalized, think about the countries that have decriminalized marijuana, a fucking plant, have less drug problems. It's a fact. And I
haven't done that research. That's cool.
They don't want, look at Colorado. Their drug overdoses and their drug use has gone down 100-fold.
Really?
Look at it. Yes,
I don't know. I haven't researched it. All right, so I will. So, okay. Well, I think let's see, anything, it only takes a few months versus many years for trees to grow. We could grow. Yep, that's right. Well, then I think we should become hemp activists too. And I've been saying it, whining about it.
Thing. I did a whole video. I had a bunch of shit written down for this interview. I'm really sorry.
It's okay. We could do this again.
Nobody really likes the boring facts, but I did a burn one on hemp because I put out a meme that was like, literally everyone knows that we fight wars for oil, but not everyone knows that we could literally end all wars with hemp, because they don't want you to know that. And it cut off and shared like 1,000 times, 1,100 times or something like that. People call me stupid. People call me an ignorant. People call me a stoner, crackhead, all kinds of crap, right? So I was like, okay, maybe. But let's do the numbers. So I did a video. It wasn't as cool. Didn't get as many views because nobody likes watching facts. But the people that did watch pointed out that it was viable. And that was what I wanted to see. Is it viable if we put money into this, as much money as we did of big oil and everything else? Could we subsidize the energy so we could end wars for the barrels that we fight for other countries? Could we, right? Or is it just bullshit meme? So I wrote down how much per acre, how much yield you get for wood or pulp. Now this is pulp. This isn't like hardwoods. There's different categories for trees. From 0 to 15 years is considered about pulp because you can grind it up and make paper and toilet paper and all that stuff. After that is for hardwoods, the kind you buy in Home Depot and shit, right? Mm-hmm. So we're talking about 0 to 15 years. You can make 4.1 times as much per acre with hemp pulp than with 15 years of trees. And you can do it in 3 months. And you can do it over and over and over and over. So it's not once. It's hundreds of times over. And I did all the math. And I was like, okay, we're not going to end how much we use on oil because the carbon footprint of war is too much. Y'all don't even know. And I wrote.
Well, we're going to know. Maybe we should maybe we should set up for another stream. Because this is good, but you know what? It's been a half an hour, and usually we like to keep the streams to about 30 minutes. But what I'm thinking, and what about everybody out there? Why don't we do a part 2? And we'll set this up for next week. And we will do the carbon imprints of war for next week because we have all this to digest this week because I really have a lot now I'm thinking about,
Well, a lot of people don't know that half of the oil we fight for is used for the people fighting. Yeah. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
No.
How are we going to be independent from foreign oils when we're fighting for literally it takes about 40,000 in the Iraq war, it took over 40,000 barrels of oil a day, which is equivalent of how much 1.1 billion Indians use.
We're going to go here, so go for it.
Good God. The carbon footprint of war is ridiculous, and they know it. They just hide it from you because it's too fucking insane to even think about that we fight for something that we need to fight with. Literally. So hemp could end this. Biofuels can end this.
Yeah, and
Solar
hemp could
power
end,
can end this.
and hemp could end deforestation.
Thank
The
you.
deforestation, what I see and read, and it's happening all over Africa. It's happening all over the South America. It's just insane. But this carbon footprint of war, I think it's a good topic for us to explore together, but another day. I do. I really do. What do you all think? I think so.
Down.
I think
Part 2
Jay
next
is,
time.
yes.
Totally
Jay,
down.
look at, everybody loves you. You're going to come back and we are going to talk about this, but let's see, what is, Laurie says, all the innocents who have been murdered over all this war. Let's talk about this. Let's make another stream. We'll do this again in a discussion because I think this was really good and really helpful. I don't like to go too long because I think that, we have a lot of stuff here and it'll be good to share. Let's make a date.
Well,
so we will. I will write to you and we're going to talk about the carbon footprint of war and maybe some of your experience.
Okay. I'm totally down. Yeah, I can give you some input on war and what you need to do it and how much oil it takes to do it. Good God.
Right. Look at that, everybody. Hey, Jay, you're fun, my girlfriend Vicky says. You're fun. Yeah. Great guest. All right. Well, so listen, guys.
If people just change their minds about hemp and change other people's minds, that's literally all you got to do to fight is change people's minds and opinions about hemp and learning the facts. That's all you got to do is pick up the facts and learn. It's pretty quick. All you have to do is Google it and you'll probably see within 10 minutes, you'll read everything you need to know about the government fucking you over. Real quick. Yeah.
I think at that statement, we're going to end. But and Roger says, thank you. This was a great stream. It really was.
Thanks for having me, y'all.
You are fantastic. And we're going to do this again. We'll talk like next week or something because we can do some research. And I think I'm going to have some questions I want to ask you. You are a doll. I'm really happy. Thank you so much, everybody. Roger, thank you all. Look how cool you are. Where's my glasses when I need them? They're in the back room. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for coming. This is, Tanisha. Well, you'll have to join us, Tanisha, next time. Everybody, thank you for coming to Environmental Coffee House with J.Rhone. This was really good. I enjoyed it so much. I want to go smoke a joint.
I'm about to.
All right. Well, it's Friday night, right? And I'm cooking. So I have food to eat. Oh, there we go. All right, guys. You know my usual. My usual peace. I love you. Peace, peace, peace. I love you. Okay, guys. Bye. Bye. It ends. All right. Don't leave yet.